Hello, this is a series of videos on InDesign and Photoshop training. Hopefully by the time you finish these videos, designing spreads will be a little bit less scary for you. If you don't want to use your computer to design spreads and you just want to use the ones at room 611, that's okay. You can just ignore this video. But this is for people who want to kind of figure out InDesign on their own. So the first step is to go to Dropbox.com and install Dropbox. If you don't have an account yet, go get one. I've sent out links to everyone that'll let you get an extra 250 megabytes if you accept my invitation. So, to install Dropbox, log in and just press install Dropbox. And it'll automatically detect what kind of computer you have, and it'll just press whatever's here. And yep, installation is super simple. There's even a tour that goes with it. So you're gonna have to move Dropbox into your applications folder. I already have that. Right. Let's see, where is it? Where is it? Here. So I'm not gonna actually copy it in, but when you first open Dropbox, it'll have a setup on your computer, and just type in your information. And there's a whole tour that goes with it. Basically, it's very simple. So here's my Dropbox folder, and if you accept another email link with a shared folder called Junior Issue Resources, this is the contents of the folder you'll be seeing. There's Adobe InDesign CS4 for Windows and Mac. These are the trial versions, and there's a reason why I'm using CS4 instead of the current CS5, but I'll explain stuff on versions later. You'll also notice that there's two INDD files here, and these are basically the files that InDesign works with. And these are templates, and hopefully these will be useful when you're designing your spread. So because these folders are shared is a shared folder, you don't want to modify these files. So the first thing you do is to make a copy onto somewhere safe. Did it work? Okay. Also, if you want to install Windows, you have to open this setup.exe file. But if Mac, it works the same. Just yeah, use the trial. 30 days is plenty of time for making the junior issues. So once you've installed InDesign and Photoshop, you can get Photoshop from the Adobe website actually. And it's okay to use Photoshop CS5 because Photoshop is compatible across all editions. The reason why you don't want to use InDesign CS5 is because it's a little bit weird with versions. But just find Photoshop. And same deal, to try now. I'm not going to bother putting it in the shared folder because it would take up too much of your space. And it's very simple. Just download the trial here. Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and open up a template file with CS4. And you'll notice that, if you haven't noticed already, each section follows some pretty strict design guidelines. For example, the bylines have to be consistently spaced. The fonts have to be all Arno Pro 10 for the text here. The indentation is a specific number of picas. And I'll explain what picas are in the next video. Because as you can see, InDesign is a pretty complicated looking program. It's basically a design tool for print publications, and it's also a pretty computer intensive application. You want to have like a Mac with at least a gigabyte of RAM, and if you have Windows, probably 2 gigabytes of RAM because Windows computers are weaker. Yeah, so this is basically it for the tutorial. The next video will actually talk more about how to use InDesign. But this tutorial is just basically getting InDesign on your computer, installing Dropbox, and Dropbox is also useful because you can use it to share your spread with the EIC, so then he or she can compile the final publication. But that's basically it. So hopefully this tutorial helped, and thanks.